Hey there everybody. If you're watching this video, you may have noticed a trend among the other YouTube lumber sexuals as I have, that perhaps a splitting axe is the optimal tool for splitting your firewood. And I don't use that lumber sexual term in an offensive way. I too enjoy swinging large, long, shafted objects in the wood, like a lot of you do. But what I don't agree with necessarily is that a splitting axe is the best tool for every splitting job. So what's wrong with the splitting maul, right? So this is my splitting maul. This is a council tool, 8-pound. This is before they switched over to the old number 7. I mean, when you're splitting wood, the whole point is to separate the wood, right? So that's what the wedge of this thing looks like. It's not thin. It is pretty aggressively tapered. And it's heavier than a splitting axe is, which means that it's got, once it gets moving, more momentum. Oh, sorry, I'm out of frame. More momentum, certainly more, inertia, just due to its weight. So this is what I use. I guess my thought is that if it ever takes more than one swing to split a log, then any efficiency that might have been gained by swinging a lighter axe is lost, because now I've got to swing it twice. If the log tipped over, you got to bend over and tip the thing back up. So I would personally rather just be as sure as I can that every time I swing my splitting tool, I'm giving myself the best chance of splitting the thing I'm trying to split. And that's really it, and if it gets to a point that it's too exhaustive to swing the tool, then at that point, maybe just get out the hydraulic splitter. But I'd rather do it this way. The other thing I do is I just split right on the ground, because it gives gravity more time to help me out that way, right? If I'm trying to split something way up here, I've effectively cut in half the amount of distance where gravity is helping, So that's what I think. I don't know what these are. I'm not an arborist. It's probably oak or ash, I would guess. And these are probably 16, 17 inches in diameter. This is not the original handle. The original handle I broke, so I put it on a 36-inch. This is just an axe handle. It's thin, handy. I like it. I was trying to think if there's anything else I want to say about this. I guess not. If you got to swing more than once, then you should have been using a heavier tool. That's not to say there's not a place for splitting axes, but it's probably not on big stuff like this. I've got a splitting axe. I don't use it on this. I use it on 10, 12-inch logs, where there, in that situation, as I said, you can be confident that you're going to split it in the first swing. That's never going to happen with stuff like this. Stuff like this is the job for a maul. So you ought to have them all. A splitting axe is not going to do that. Let's be real. Let's be real. This one's got a crack, factory crack. You can take advantage of that. Oh, it did pop. We'll get it this one. So there you go. That took 2 hard swings with an 8-pound maul. How many times would I have had to swing a splitting axe to do that? How much time do you have to split your wood? That's the other question. How much time do you want to spend doing this? Bang, bang, bang. The other thing, actually, so everybody knows once you split it, it doesn't take as much effort to keep splitting it, to section it up. So just because you're using a heavy tool doesn't mean that you got to give it all the beans every single time you swing it. Now that this is already cut, I'm not going to kill myself. I'm just going to let gravity do, I don't know, 60, 70, 80% of the work. Dang. Look at that sucker. It's beautiful. That is a nicely finessed piece of firewood with a very crude, heavy maul. So that's it. I guess the bottom line is you just got to use the tool for the job. You know, not everything can be done with the same thing. Let's not fool ourselves. There's a time and a place for very nice splitting axes. I have nothing against splitting axes. I use splitting axes, but I don't use them on this stuff. Come on. That's it, everybody. Thanks for watching. Take care.